Welcome to the peaceful and beautiful Goat Island. Mi'kmaq are First Nations people of the northeastern woodlands, indigenous to the areas now known as Canada's Atlantic provinces and the Gaspe Peninsula of Quebec, as well as the northeastern region of Maine. They call their national territory Mi'kmaqi. At one time, the entire population of Nova Scotia was Mi'kmaq. In this island shows how they lived as early as 1300s. With their undeniable connection to the land dating back 1300 years, today's Mi'kmaq continue to share their rich history and culture with their neighbors and are an important component of the cultural mosaic which makes up Nova Scotia as we know it today. The most common shelter used by them was the wigwam. There were two types, the smaller cone-shaped style which could hold 10 to 12 people and the larger one which could hold as many as 24 occupants. In both cases, the structure is based on a pole frame covered with birch bark or hides. The island includes a groomed walking trail, picnic areas, and various cultural sites. Goat Island is located within the First Nations community of Eskasoni and was originally called the Indian Island. Goat Island is so named because during centralization, goats were placed in the community for farming purposes. After they began to eat everything in the community, the goats were taken and placed on the island. Mi'kmaq people lived close to waterways, as their main source of travel was the birch bark canoe, carrying them great distances for trade and survival. The natural environment provided everything they needed, and they depended on their knowledge of the seasons, weather, animals, plants, and hunting and preparation skills for survival.
You stick on the picture. Wow, they're starting to make a cute stain.
They used their resources sparingly and wisely. With great respect and learning was passed from generation to generation. Mi'kmaq education including teaching traditional survival skills as well as knowledge of other tribes within eastern North America. All Mi'kmaq are proud of their place in history as the earliest inhabitants of the province and work today toward better cross-cultural understanding among all Nova Scotia. That's it for Cape Breton this week. This is Jacqueline Molto, your East Coast Filipino Portal correspondent. Maraming salamat po.